sure to follow our amazing sponsors, Fiya Infusion, Tax Strategy, Ask Blue Jay, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, and Black Dollar Days. And be sure to tune into our other programming throughout the week. All right, y'all, let's get it. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live with your girl, MzMetchi. Brought to you by Philly 101.5 and Indy 95.3 and Fluent Radio. Shout out to our partners, Be Your Own Kind and Ms. Zeewiththetea, honey. And thank you to our amazing sponsors, Tax Strategy, Black Dollar Days, Fiya Infusions, and last but not least, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Okay, tune in every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Philly. All right, y'all, it's showtime. Let's get it.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in, and right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi. All right, hey man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, what's happening? Oh, it's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi, and I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Oh, Fabo!
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Gary P, the DJ of Boot Camp Radio. You're tuned in right now to Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. Let's go.
Hey, y'all. We just gonna rock out real quick. It's Thursday. Welcome back, y'all. Let's do this. It is Thursday. It's the best day of the week. What do you mean? Let's just rock out real quick. This is Shaun White Kisses, streaming everywhere. Y'all make sure y'all support. He's from Chicago. Chicago, stand up. Let's do it. Miss Boss, I see you. Hey, Queen. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Welcome back. Just gotta rock real quick. It's giving summer vibes. What y'all think? Come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Grab your drink. I've got a great show for you. My special guest is backstage right now in the virtual lounge. Okay, it's going down tonight. Baby, bring those lips to me. Come on. I just had to hit y'all with something. Just a, we're gonna start it off. We'll start off just a little sensuous, okay? Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in. I hope wherever you are that you have been having an amazing week, okay? Whether it's busy, happy, sad, whatever, we getting through it. We are almost to the weekend, y'all. You know Thursday is the kickoff to the weekend. I want to just thank everybody that has been tuning in with us. Make sure if you're looking for some advertising, make sure that you reach out to me at thebpmediaco.com, get more information, and then you'll also be able to shoot me a message. I would love to promote what you've got going on, okay? If you're feeling the song that I was opening up to for the show, that was Shaun White Kisses. Now, he has a new project that's about to drop, and y'all know, okay, let's go ahead and speak on it. Y'all know Shaun White, he can sing. It's not just sing, he can sing, okay? Sing with a lot of G's, okay? Shout out to Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3 and Indy 101.5, okay? You can listen to the show. That's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So you'll be able to go. The show is right there. So for my people that's on the go, you can't sit down and tune in with me live. That's okay. You can go ahead and catch it on the stations. And, for those that follow me, y'all should be following the Blueprint Media Company, okay? And MzMetchi. And y'all know I follow y'all back, so I love it. But this week I announced that the show is now going to be on Mixed Talk Media, okay? So that is out in Houston, y'all. We reaching another city. So y'all know it's all. I mean, I'm so excited. I'm so thankful. Shout out to Shantae. She came into town and we solidified everything this past Friday, and I'm super excited. So make sure that you all go and you're following them. You're also following, of course, our amazing sponsors too. So shout out to Tax Strategy, Black Dollar Days. Okay. Black Dollar Days, y'all know what it is. I have to keep telling y'all to sign up every week, and I don't know why we go back and forth. Okay. But make sure that you sign up and you get registered. And Paris Ice Bar, and of course, Fiya Infusions. Tonight's topic, okay, this one, I got to be honest with y'all. I pulled this particular topic. I felt like it was so good, y'all. Let me just put it on the screen. Are you a criminal if you don't turn a criminal in? Y'all, I heard it as I was on my way to work. Okay. Heard it this week. And I said, I think I want to talk about it. Okay. And I mean, there's so many different levels that I feel like we need to break down as far as tonight's topic. So make sure that you all tune in with me. I would love to hear what you all have to weigh in on about this. Let me get into these comments real quick. Hey, Auntie Tracy, what's going on, girl? Welcome back. Y'all, my cousin, shout out to Lynn. Let me tell y'all about my cousin Lynn. She is the one that is keeping the Lynch side. She is keeping everybody abreast. Y'all, I got family members. I'm like, I didn't even know that we were family members. So, Lynn, thank you so much for everything that you do. And of course, for always tuning in, girl. You know I love you. She said, you ate if you work in the baking business. What? Girl, what you talking about? What you talking about? So look, tonight I have a very special guest. Okay. Now look, y'all know I like to bring y'all just the men and the women that is out here, they're doing their thing. And my guest this week, I've been really excited to talk to her because she has a book that's out. Okay. And y'all know we love our authors over here at the Blueprint Live. And let me just go ahead and bring her in. Crystal, are you ready? Let me introduce, okay? This is my new friend. Y'all know, all my guests, they become my friends. We are like family. Let me go ahead and bring her in, Miss Crystal Brooks.
Hi, everyone.
Hey. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the Blueprint Live, Crystal.
Thank you for having me. I definitely appreciate you tonight.
Girl, look, we have so much to talk about and to unpack. So I'm putting your information on here for everybody because y'all know what we do over here. We are supporting. So you all make sure that, now I want y'all to listen to the interview, but afterwards, take a quick second and click off. And I want you all to follow Crystal and follow her organization. Crystal, girl, you got it going on.
Thank you, girl. I'm trying.
So for those that don't know, okay, because I know y'all haven't seen the promo all week. Crystal, okay, she's an author.
Yeah.
She's a speaker.
Yes.
She's a mother. So for all my mommies out here, okay. I mean, girl, you do everything.
Yes, I do.
and I was just enthralled with that. Like, I love to see women, and I'm sorry, I got to be a little biased. I love seeing my Black women.
Yes, come on.
That are out here and they're doing a multitude of things. So what I want to do, because we got to talk about the book, but one thing that I like to talk about with my guests that come on the show is your journey. Yes. Talk to me about how you kind of got into speaking and into writing.
So honestly, speaking and writing, because I didn't do a lot of that growing up, I felt that as I worked on myself and found my worth, I was able to speak more of my truth and to just focus on that. And then the writing to get it out. I'm big on writing and journaling. And so when we keep things inside, it starts to cause all kinds of issues on the inside. So I just like to write it out, get it out and get it out into the world. And so again, deciding to write a book to tell my business, y'all.
Not for business. Okay. So we have to go ahead and jump in. So, and I want to make sure, because I got to give the full title. Your book, When Silence is Misunderstood, Finding a Lifestyle of Abundance After Abuse.
Yes.
Now, Crystal, I got to be honest with you. When I read that, you know, because and shout out to Tamika, shout out to the whole crew, everybody that's
Yes.
behind Crystal, y'all. All these women are phenomenal. But
Amazing.
when I saw the title, I was just like, wow. It immediately pulled me in, and I'm just like, a lifestyle of abundance, you know, after having something like that, you know, it's always taboo to talk about some of the things that we went through, right?
Absolutely.
When was that moment that you were just like, you know what, I want to write about it. I want to, you know, write about something and kind of take a positive spin on something that might be viewed as negative?
So honestly, 6 years ago, I wanted to write about it. So I put a snippet on my Love You More Inc. website when I'm like, hey guys, starting my nonprofit. Here's why I'm starting my nonprofit, to show that, you know, back then, of course, you didn't have to be silent, but to put it into a book form, you know, as far as a bio, having a little bit of information, that was enough, right?
Okay.
And then taking that step of, okay, let's see how the world's going to react. Because then I was worried about the world and what they would say. And people reached out to me like, oh my God, thank you for sharing your story. You know, it definitely helped me. I'm like, okay, all right. I didn't get criticized because you know how this world can be, right?
They'll cancel you real quick.
They will cancel you. But then I cared what people thought. I'll be honest. Okay. Now with me sharing my story and my journey, I don't care. I don't care what people think. That's because they don't pay my bills. They did not tell me the things that God already told me. So I don't focus on that. And so by me deciding to share it and not being silent, I knew it was for other people. It wasn't for me, meaning that I'm trying to reach the women that fell silent, that went through abuse. So I went through physical abuse, mental abuse, sexual abuse, you know, everything you can think of under the sun, I went through. And as you said, we don't talk about it. So I was the ones like, okay, I'm gonna talk about it and I'm gonna tell y'all about it, but I'm gonna coach you through the process. It's not just a woe is me type of book. Yeah. I'm sharing my journey, but I'm also coaching you to help you heal through the process as well.
Now, we don't want to give too much of the book away because y'all need to go on purchase. Y'all need to go on purchase. But you know, you mentioned, of course, we know with abuse, there's so many different levels of it. You know, do you mind sharing a little bit as far as like maybe some of the things that kind of took place with you that you talk about in the book?
Absolutely. So at the age of 5, I was sexually molested by a family member. When I was in the 4th grade, my dad started physically abusing me. He was on drugs. So it started with the punches in the face. And again, think about 4th grade. What is that? 8 and 9, I think. Yeah. And so it happened pretty much monthly. And my mom is the first Black female police officer on Capitol Hill. So we're in the DC area. Okay. So I had history in the house, but I was in the space of, okay, well, my dad's on drugs. My mom got this big time job. Yeah. What do I do? Who do I tell? I didn't say anything. And so all my decisions that I made, you know, looking for love, I'm finding the wrong people, right? Because I don't know what love is. And so I'm attracting what I think is love, but it's just more pain and more hurt. So I never shared. I didn't realize, well, it didn't come back to my memory until I saw a picture when I was, I think I was like maybe in the teens. Okay. And I saw a picture of myself and I'm like, and all the memories came flooding back from when I was molested at 5. Yeah. And I'm like, Jesus, is this what happened? So, you know, you put it back in your subconscious. You don't know what's going on, but that's when I'm like, Lord, okay.
Crystal, first off, I'm sorry that happened to you. I mean, you know, no one deserves to go through that. And I mean, when you experience those things, it stays with you. It stays in your heart, you know? Yeah. So I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. That's and it goes on more often than people think, right?
Absolutely. And we tend not to talk about it. Or, you know, it's sad to say, sometimes the moms don't believe. My mom didn't know. I didn't give my family a chance to, you know, to tell them. Right. But when the phone calls that I get from some parents and they tell me about their kids, well, she said this and I'm not sure I believe her. I'm like, hold on.
Right. Now, like we side-eyeing you.
Yeah, it's like you have to, but that goes back to the trauma, the things that they may have went through where they didn't have somebody that believed them. So it's a cycle. Yeah. It happens all the time.
You know, I shared on my show, this was a little bit earlier on, that I was raped in college, like, you know, and it happened and it was someone that we knew and it was someone that was like around. And at the time on my college campus, anything that was reported, as far as if you went to the police or if you did anything like that, they would put it in the school newspaper, Crystal.
What?
So I kept that in, you know, and even, you know, and another motivation of keeping it in was when I actually shared it with people that, you know, I thought that were like close to me, they didn't believe me. They're just like, girl, you know, or even like some of our, you know, our guy friends, they like, well, you know, well, what did you do? And you must have gave that, you know, and it's always those things, like it's the victim blaming when it happens. And so many people feel like that they have to keep it in, you know, and I can speak. I kept it to myself for a little while. I had to sit through the rest of the semester, and I was like, what is this? So whenever I, you know, I talk to people, you know, such as yourself, where you are completely transparent and you're just like this, I don't care what you think, or you think, I'm going to tell my story. There's power in that.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it's not about me. Yeah, of course, I hated that I went through those things. I always say, God, why are you doing this to me? Why am I going through these things? That's right. But, you know, now through the healing journey in the process, I knew that it was for somebody else. I can help somebody else heal. Somebody else feel like they can open up their mouth and not be afraid. And I always say this too. Forget they. Who are they? I'm sick of they.
That's right.
What are they going to say? What do they think? We don't care. It's about you, and you have to love yourself. And that's where Love You More came from, where you have to love yourself more. You know, if you're not okay, if you don't do the work, if you don't heal, just in general. And even so I'll say another part, when we go through trauma, sometimes it can turn into perfectionism, meaning that the things that you've gone through, now you're trying to have this perfect, okay, I'm good, everything is okay. And that's how I was, right? And the world thinks, oh, she has it all together, she's fine. Yeah. And not realizing that this person has gone through hell and back. Yeah. And circled it a couple of times.
Okay. And it's crazy how trauma, it'll bend the block on you. You like, wait a minute, I thought you were gone. You
exactly. Know? And it comes right back. It's like, hey, Crystal, I'm here.
I want to ask you this, because, you know, you spoke about healing. Was there something that you did that was like a shift for you, where it allowed you to kind of like take on that spirit of, no, I don't care. Like, you know, what kind of helped you to get to that place?
So in my first marriage, I got to a really dark space without giving the book away. And I had to choose me. I know I'm not. But I had to choose me in a situation where it was, okay, you've been taking care of everybody else. That's and I literally felt my mind start to go. And I'm like, wait a minute. Is this what it feels like when you're about to lose your mind? Because I've done so much for everybody and I forgot about me. So I was pouring from an empty cup. And then I chose me. Now, was it hard? Yes. It is the hardest thing in the world to choose yourself, because you feel selfish. You feel like, well, you know, my kids need me, my spouse needs me. But if you're not okay, and then God forbid your spouse passed away, your kids are gone, they move out, whatever it is, what happens to you? Where's your happiness? And so, you know, I wanted to break the cycles and the chains and the things that I went through. And I said, you know what? I got to go. But honestly, I wanted just some time for me. That's right. And then when I said I wanted time for me, it was well, if you leave, that's it. What? Yeah. But you got to go. But you got to do what you wanted to do. But I couldn't just take a minute for me. And so I said, okay. And so I chose me. And of course, you know, family are like, well, what about the kids? Because we had 2 kids. That's right. Then. And I said, listen, I would rather them come up in a healthy household than to be in a trauma household. That's so right. There's a little bit of pain and sadness right now, but the other side of this is so much better.
Oh my goodness, Chris! First off, everybody, let's go ahead and pass it around. We taking collections because Crystal is preaching tonight. Do you hear me? No, I mean, and, you know, I can I talk very, you know, I'm very transparent with my listeners about the fact that I'm like, you know what, I've gone through some things, and I'm like, I'm going to therapy, and I encourage them. I'm like, well, whatever it is that you do, if it's yoga, whatever is going to get you back centered to yourself, you have to do it, because you're completely right. You can't pour if you don't have anything. Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. You know, how can you give and pump out to the world and do all of this good for your kids, your significant other, your friends, your coworkers, and you're not even good yourself?
Right. But you're pretending to be good, right? That's that perfectionism. Like, hey guys, I'm going to help you, and you, but then you're at home crying every night. So therapy, yes, I went to therapy. I was reading books, y'all. My book, Iyanla Van Zant, Peace from Broken Pieces. Let me tell you, that thing helped
You
me
say it's a
out.
read? It's a read, Crystal?
It's a read,
Okay.
especially when you're going through and it's like, okay, well, let me see what this is about. And it really helped me to see a lot about myself too. But therapy is very, very important. And back then, therapy wasn't the big thing how it is now, where it was like, oh, you going to therapy? Oh, I don't know if you should do that.
Yeah, they like, are you crazy? It's
Right.
like,
And
no,
it's like,
I'm trying to keep from going crazy.
exactly. And then listen, we get our hair done, we get our nails done, you go to your doctor. Why not add therapy into your self-care? That is self-care. You have to.
Absolutely. Look, I agree. Okay, so everybody, I need y'all to take note. Okay, I want to get into these comments real quick. Everyone, they are saying hello to you. Paris said, hey, hey.
Paris.
So yes, y'all make sure
Hey,
to show Crystal some love. Okay, she is telling her story.
Yes.
And my aunt, this is my aunt. She's
Hey,
the number
auntie.
one. She said, I know that's right. She meant to say it does stay with you. The aunt
Right.
said, absolutely. She said it is. OMG. She was agreeing with what you said when it came up.
Yeah.
So with your book, I want to know from you, for anyone that's going to go out, because they're going to go buy a copy. You all need to go and get it. What do you want your readers to take away from the book?
So what I want the readers to take away from the book, honestly, well, let me say what you all are going to experience. You are going to laugh, you're going to cry, you will feel inspired, but then you're going to feel empowered to heal. Because again, it's not just the woe is me, but I'm actually, coaching you through the process. So what I want you to take away is that you are more than enough. You are strong. You are a survivor. Just know that your voice matters. And once you actually say what you need to say and release those things, right? I'm big on writing again, like I said earlier. So writing those things out, then you can start to help your kids. If you have kids, you can start breaking those generational curses, because again, families, we don't share information. So a lot of times we don't realize that, hey, my grandma went through this. This is why I'm acting like this, but you don't know unless you have that conversation. So I challenge everyone that gets the book and reads it to actually start having those tough conversations, because then it'll make sense on, dang, this is why I went through that. Oh, this is why I feel this way. Okay, now we can start to do the work. And also, I'm big on our generation, well, the younger generation. We are not being open and honest with them. You know what they have? They have social media. And we are showing them highlight reels and what everything should be like. And hey, we are perfect. We got this money. We got this car. We have these things.
We're doing it big.
We're doing it big, but nobody's actually sharing what they actually went through. And that's why these kids are dealing with so much. They don't feel like they can turn to us because we're not sharing what we went through. So another challenge, I challenge you all to reach back to our youth. Once you do your healing, don't go to them broken now.
Please don't. That part.
That's a whole nother ball game. But once you heal, go to them, grab their hand, talk to them, mentor them, love up on them, because that's a big piece of they're missing. To the moms, heal. Do not create another generation of brokenness. I beg of you to heal.
Crystal, girl. And now this is aside from the book, because I really want to know, with you sharing your experience, what can you say to that person that may have had a traumatic experience in their lifetime and they finally decide to open up, right?
Yeah.
But maybe the people around them, or just their environment, they're not very happy that information got released. What is maybe one piece of advice? Because again, y'all got to get the book to get all the tea, but what's a tidbit that maybe you can give them?
I would say evaluate your circle and change it. Because if you can't trust those people that are around you, maybe there are people that's holding you back, right? But even if your story got out, don't feel ashamed about your story. Own it. Take your power back.
That's right.
Again, they don't matter. I don't care if they're your friends, your family, they don't, because this is your power. This is your story. And by you sharing your story, you are going to heal people. When I share my story, when we are out with Love You More, and, we're doing these events in the community, and I don't, even though I don't share a lot because we're at the table, but instantly people come up and start sharing their story.
That's right.
And I'm like, okay, Now, I don't go and tell the world, but they felt comfortable to share that. So just knowing that a part of you, again, once you heal, once you go through that process, your
Mhm.
light is going to shine. People will start to gravitate to you. People start sharing their story. But
That's
for
right.
that person that shares their story and somebody tries to use it against them, they don't matter.
That's right.
You take your power back. You have control. It is your voice, period.
That's right. And my aunt is asking, what's the name of the book? The name of the book is When Silence is Misunderstood: Finding a Lifestyle of Abundance After Abuse. Okay, y'all, that's a hell of a title, Crystal. You girl,
Okay.
you got me. Okay, I'm like, you got me.
Yes.
So Love You More Inc.
Yes. That
I
is my baby.
I see. And you know what? And we recently we connected on social
Yeah.
media, and I saw. I'm like, you are in the community.
Mhm.
Talk to me about Love You More Inc. Like, tell me what it's all about. We let the people know.
Yeah, so Love You More Inc. We are 6 years old this year. So it is our women's empowerment nonprofit organization. God told me to start this many years ago. And I'm like, no, because guess what? I don't love myself. How am I start something that says love you more? Right. But I did the work, did the healing, and I did do that. And so Love You More is a women's empowerment, teens empowerment nonprofit. So we service the community. We have different programs. We have our mentorship program that runs every 12 weeks. We have our 4 core programs. But the biggest thing for us is to make sure that we teach these girls self-love and self-worth. So we got to get them younger. We don't want to wait until we're in our 20s and 30s trying to get to the ladies, right? Yes, we still help them, we still work with them,
Right.
but our goal is to really reach the younger generation. And again, I wasn't taught love. I wasn't taught self-love. I just had abuse, right? I mean, it was oh, I love you, but it really wasn't love. And what does love look like? Love should never hurt. And so we do try to help the teen girls, and we're asked to go younger now. I'm like, okay, we got to get the 5-year-olds too.
Right. Like, wait a minute, not
Like,
the babies.
but listen, but those babies be going through too. As sad as that is, they do go through, and they start to question themselves. But again, social media. It happens. They're looking at this perfect person. And listen, we don't wear makeup all the time. Show your face sometimes without your face beat. Show what your hair look like. Because I do. Listen.
Look,
I
I recently started doing I do like the get ready with me's for the Blueprint Live or whatever. For some reason, people like they love to respond to like makeup stuff. But I would get certain things. They're like, oh, you probably ugly under all of that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, y'all want to see me looking like auntie before I do it? So I started to do more of like the transformation type of things where I'm just like, let me show you in my bonnet. I'm gonna show you with nothing on when I got little freckles on my face. You can see the real me because I'm not done up like this all the time. My husband will tell you, he'll be like, she looked like the Cynthia doll from Rugrats on a regular day.
Listen, my husband see me looking crazy all the time.
Girl, I'm like they literally, the spouses, baby, they see everything. But I think it's important to show. I'm like, look, this is not all the time.
Right.
We're not doing this all the time. And it's just, I agree with you that social media, it does play a factor of everybody feels that they have to be perfect.
Yeah, they do. But then also it starts at home too. So whether we monitoring, what the kids do, and I know we can't control everything the kids do, but you can monitor, you can pour into your kids. We are big at Love You More with affirmations. We definitely talk about that. And so we do something, and at our events, we always have a mirror. So we provide everybody with a compact mirror. And then we teach them affirmations. So speaking affirmations to yourself. So I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am enough. And you say that to yourself while you're looking at yourself, not just writing it down and saying you don't believe it. You have to look at yourself to actually believe what you're saying. You have to pour into yourself. So we definitely teach that. So yeah, all the community work that we do with Love You More, we're really like in the streets in DC. Of course, we do things in Maryland. We just had a tea party, an etiquette tea party for the girls here. So
now,
that
you don't
was
hear
amazing.
about events like that, Crystal.
No.
You don't hear about stuff like that. That's amazing.
Right? Yeah, but they need it. And that's the thing, because what if they never get to that? And it's like, well, what fork do I use? Now, us adults need that etiquette class too, because some of us, and it was like, wait, that's for that? What's that knife for?
Crystal, I need you to know that it still confuses me. I'm like, look, give me a little fork. I want a fork that's a little bit smaller than what I had. So that I can tell the difference. So I think that that's great. And I mean, a lot of the times it's funny that we're talking about this because Crystal, one of my topics that I had actually recently was about like networking events or like women empowerment events and different things, and how sometimes it just doesn't meet the mark, right?
Yeah.
So for you, because again, the proof is in the pudding. We see that you are out here in the community.
Yeah.
What kind of goes into your process as far as curating events that are going to be impactful for the people that attend?
So the people that I choose to come and do the events, for the etiquette portion, we had former Miss Merlin come out, but anybody that comes to me, I need you to be real. I don't want you to show me the fake sisterhood online and you're evil behind the scenes. I need to make sure that you are real, because these kids can pick up on that. But my spirit and my energy, I can pick up on things that I'm like, oh no, she not right. And then I also want the people that are comfortable being outside the box and not conforming to what society wants us to be or how we should be. So I try to get authentic people. I try to get people that have a story to share and tell, because again, we all have gone through something, but I want them to be able to, show these young girls that, and even the women. One of our programs is called More Than a Survivor. So we are speaking about things that we've gone through and what the other side looks like. Yes. So when it comes to the people that I bring in, listen, I need y'all to be real. And then, there were a lot of times I was overlooked with certain women, who were women's empowerment. And then you get there and it's like, they don't even speak.
Ooh, you just, girl, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, Crystal. Let me just,
okay.
You just spoke a word. Hold on, I'm gonna get into this comment real quick, but baby, that's the point. Lynn said, I love this, love you more. Our young girls need this. My niece teaches etiquette in Chicago and it's so needed. I taught abstinence.
Yes.
No, that part of what you said, I've had that happen to me so many times. I'm just like, you know what? If your event is only you only want the ticket sales, you've missed the mark.
Absolutely.
You've missed the mark, because especially like, let's just go with strictly women empowerment, since we're talking about that. I'm just like, how, if everybody's clicked up and they're not speaking with one another, they're, no one wants to share, or they're just like, they're looking at you with the side eye. How are we really empowering those that actually come to the events?
Absolutely. It doesn't happen. It becomes cliquish and it becomes mean girl spirited.
Yes, right.
And it feeds into the Black women can't do nothing together. Because if you don't look like this, if you don't hang with certain people, then you can't. Our events, it's not about the money for us. Yes, we accept donations. We are 501c3, all of that. But a lot of our events have been free because we want to make sure that these girls, get what they need. So people donate their time to us. But these empowerment events where, again, they preaching this women's empowerment, and you get the side eye when you get there. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe they're busy. It's okay. Be like, hey, it's like, hey, girl. Oh, listen.
Ooh, Crystal, when I tell you, I just had it happen to me. And I was just like this. I'm like, okay, I mean, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but I'm like, I know for me, and I'm pretty sure for you, you just have to continue with your mission. So
absolutely,
if my mission is, I want to connect people, I want to connect like-minded business owners and just different people, services to those that need it, I'm going to continue my mission, whether if you being a mean girl or not.
Listen, absolutely. And let me tell you, over these last couple of months of being in full-time entrepreneur life, I have met some amazing women. You hear me? When I say amazing, and I mean, we connect, we support each other.
That's right.
There is no, competing. It is so much love. But what's funny is all of us were essentially looked over by some of the empowerment people.
Yeah.
And we don't pay attention to that. It's like, listen, we're going to do God's work. We're going to keep working. We're going to keep building and really show people what sisterhood looks like. And so the support, once you get around the right people, which is why I said earlier to change your circle, switch it up a little bit. If it's somebody in your circle that's not, listen, you want to grow, you're going to have to grow a little bit more. You're going to have to be surrounded by people that have something that you desire and that you want. So that way you can grow, because we can't stay the same. But this women empowerment, I need it to be real. So people that come into my door, people I talk to, people I deal with, you have to be real. I need you to be authentic. I don't want you to be perfect, but be authentic.
Look, and I tell you what, Crystal gave me grace because earlier today, and you know, and I got on, when I got on before we logged on and went live, I had to just talk to her. I'm like, girl, I was moving too fast. I think I probably sent Crystal about 3 different times. And I was just like this. But you know what? You got to own it, right? So I was just like, I was moving too fast, sis. I'm sorry, you know, and it's just, but she had to give me grace, and I just really love that. But it's like sometimes it just pays to keep it real.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, you don't ever have to sugarcoat nothing for me. Anybody that knows me know, oh, I could tell her anything because that's just who I am. And I always say, give yourself grace. Again, we're not perfect. And then I want to lead into, so my other organization, Love You More Legacy. So I did a spinoff of Love You More Inc. So that's my nonprofit side. And then I have the coaching side. So why I put legacy behind it? Because now we need to build that legacy, right? Like we have the young girls over here, now us mamas and just women in general, we got to start building that legacy. So with that, that's where I went full-time as well. So I have my coaching program that's going to start in September. And that particular one is called Heal the Voice of Perfectionism.
Ooh, so girl, okay, how do we sign up? I need to sign up.
Yes. So you can go to lymlegacy.com.
Okay.
And then you can, schedule a consult, but we're gonna connect. But so it's gonna be a 12-week program, but just really digging into that. And I'm only accepting, I'll say max 15 women because I really want it to be kind of small, but we have work to do. And that perfectionism comes from the trauma that we dealt with, certain things that we've gone through. And now we have to really heal those things and break it down. So now we can identify your triggers, different things that are going on in your life, and just, okay, now when that comes up, oh, I see that. I know what that is. That's a trigger. All right, I'm gonna move on from that, right? I'm gonna work through that. And then your mindset, making sure your mind is good, because your mind is a very, very powerful thing. So we're gonna do some mindset work. So it's a lot of things. So I am also a life coach, y'all. A certified master life
coach.
I
didn't mention that at the beginning. My apologies. Yes, Crystal is a coach. So y'all
it's 10,000 things that I do. I don't know how I keep up, but but being a coach and just saying that, again, I did the work, but a life coach and forgiveness, that was huge. I am a forgiveness coach, right?
Okay.
And so
gosh,
when I had to go through that, I'm like, girl, did you really forgive people? Because it's a lot of work. What is happening?
It's harder than it seems.
It's very hard, but forgiveness is more so for you than that other person. You don't have to forget. You never forget, but you can forgive them, right? Because now you're taking your power back. They can no longer live in your head rent-free. They can't be in your body. Like if you see them every time you get angry, guess what you're doing? As the cliche thing is, you're poisoning yourself.
That's right.
So now you're sick, you're tired, you're hurt, and they still living life.
Living their
best life. So take your power back, heal, and be okay with, yes, people have hurt you. Okay, we accept that. But now let's do something bigger. What is your purpose? What are you here for? Let's find that purpose. Let's really go deep into that. So that's what I help people do too.
Girl, I want to get into this comment. She said, "Why should you bear the pain? Stand in your truth."
Mm-hmm.
That is, standing your truth is literally like the phrase that her and I use, because I mean, there's just things that go on, or just family things, just a lot of different stuff where it's like, you know what? No, I got to stand on how I feel in this situation. I can't. I worry about everybody else, but now I got to worry about me.
Absolutely. So. And people always put their beliefs onto you. And then you like, okay, well, Johnny said this and Sarah said that. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to believe that. No. What are you going to believe? What do you like?
That's right.
What did you say you wanted to do? Don't change up because somebody else said it. You be you. You embrace you.
Do your thing.
Yes.
Girl, I want to know, with you doing the coaching, and again, we're not going to do any names or anything, but I would love for you to share maybe someone that came to you that they absolutely needed your life coaching. What was a situation where they kind of came to you and you were able to kind of give them clarity and help them turn things around?
So the biggest thing I can say would be a person that came to me who did not know her self-worth at all. Low confidence, was just going with the flow of everything. And we did the work. Now, It took some time. I'm not gonna lie, it definitely took some time, but she was very, very open to actually doing the work. So I do give you, I call it fun work, right? It's not just me talking,
Right.
but you actually have work to do. And so I would say the biggest thing was that self-worth and self-love, where we tapped into, well, what happened before?
Mhm.
Why are you allowing people to treat you this way?
Yeah.
And then another part of that was the happiness piece, right?
Mhm.
And so when I mentioned earlier, as far as when you're trying to figure out who you are and your happiness and all of that. So a lot of the women that I have, their happiness is tied up into somebody else. And then they're trying to figure out, well, what's wrong with me? Why am I not happy? Because if I do X, Y, and Z for him or her, then I'm happy. But then I don't know. And I'm like, well, that's the problem.
Right. It's tied to somebody else.
It's tied to somebody else. So again, if they disappear, if they gone, they break up with you, break your heart, now your happiness is gone with them. But guess what? Now you're going to search for more happiness in somebody else versus searching for inside of you. So I help you tap into what you like. And the hardest question that I ask people, tell me something that you like for yourself. What makes you happy? And everybody gets stuck. Because, and I'm not about your kids, not about your husband. What actually makes you happy?
Right. Right.
People normally can't answer that. Or it's like, I don't know. Let me think about it. I mean, it happened to me.
I used to get stuck on that question too, or they like name 3 things that that you like about yourself, or 3, qualities or different things. And I'm just like, and it's crazy that when you go through your healing process, now if someone asks me that, I can say, this is what I love about me. These are the things, these are my attributes that I bring to the table. And it's such an empowering thing when you can get to that place.
It is. It really is. And even for me, like growing up, I never thought I was pretty. I wanted to be short. Seriously, I didn't.
Oh, never.
I didn't.
Do y'all see this radiant beauty on my screen right now? Okay, girl. But it's crazy how we think about ourselves.
Absolutely. Yeah, we do. But we see this distorted image. Everybody, oh, you're so beautiful. And I'm like, what? I'm not beautiful. I'm ugly. Like, I keep attracting ugly people, if that makes sense. And the way that I feel, and then me being tall, something that's in the book, y'all will read about that. And my skin color, right? I'm like, yo, I'm fighting at home. I can't control my height and my skin color. Like, what is happening? So I had to deal with that. There was so many things. Oh God, I did not like about me. I didn't.
My goodness.
But now, good.
Look, I mean, the love for yourself, it is beaming off of you. Yes. Do you understand? Like, I mean, and that is it's a beautiful thing to see when you can kind of get to that place and have that shift. I thank you for sharing that, because there are so many people. I mean, even I can say some people that will talk to me, because people open up to me too, Crystal. I don't know, but
hey, we here. Y'all can
us. Like, I love y'all. I love everybody, but they'll share that, or they'll say things like, I don't feel, good about myself, or whatever the case is. And it's just like, I can literally look at them and I'm like, I can name 51 things right now of why you're such an amazing person. But if you don't feel that in here, it's not going to translate, in your life.
So, and that's the work that they have to do. So here's something, I'll give you all a freebie tonight. Okay. So here's something that I work with my clients on. So there's an activity where you have to write 7. So your mind, right? So 7 negative things that you say to yourself about yourself.
Okay.
You write that in pencil.
Okay.
Under that, you're going to come back with 7 positive things that you need to say to yourself. So every day for 7 days, you're going to read the negative, positive, negative, positive. By the 7th day, you're going to erase that negative and only say the positive to yourself. Now we are training your mind to see the positive, to start to switch things around. That way you don't focus on the negative. And when I say that works wonders, I know y'all probably like, girl, what? But think about all the negative things you say to yourself, but you don't come back with the positive. So now I'm helping you to train your mind with something positive. So that way now your mind can shift. And I still use it today. Like if something happens and I'm mad, like I can't believe, and I literally stop myself now. Right. But now I'm in a space of, I can just do it in my mind. And I'm like, nope, let's switch that. Today is going to be a good day.
That's right.
I don't care how it started. It's going to be good. Watch how things shift, because you've taken that power back of your day. Nobody gets control. I don't care what the day look like. Again, not being perfect, because we know things happen, but making sure we don't waste our energy on that negativity, because it's going to start to affect you. Then you won't get the work done you were supposed to get done. Now you're behind. Now you're sad. No, take your power back. Take your power back.
Ooh, look, now she gave y'all a tidbit. Okay, so if you want the rest, you have to go and get the book now.
Listen, get the book, come get your consultation, all of that fun stuff.
So, I want you to put out a call to action, Crystal, because, everyone that comes on the show, we love to support. So how, besides purchasing the book, we're going to say that to the end, but how can my listeners support Love You More Inc., Love You More Legacy, Love You More Legacy? How can we support you?
So Love You More Inc., you all can go onto the website and click that donate button. And it is tax deductible, so you all can get your tax write-off. That is huge for us. I mean, we do, again, a lot of things in the community. Also, we do our Thanksgiving drive, which is our food drive. We do our Christmas drive as well. So any way you can support, and even a simple share, even a simple say, hey, here's an event they have going on. Again, it's not all about the money, but we want to make sure that we're able to reach a certain community that may not have it. And how times are right now, everybody may not have it. But we never want that to be a factor on why somebody can't get the services that they need. As far as Love You More Legacy, y'all, this is my coaching. This is my baby, because with that side of it, I'm going deeper. Like I'm really, really, and I keep saying we, because I always say it's a partnership when I'm with people, right?
That's right.
But I go deep and just really want people to understand that journey. Now, I'm not a therapist. Now, I'll tell you if you need therapy. But you can have a therapist and you can have a coach.
So you got to go and love yourself a little bit more. That office. Yeah,
exactly.
I get it.
Yes, but you can have both. You can have a therapist and you can have a coach. But I'm big on that. It doesn't matter where you live. We can do virtual. One day, look, maybe I'll have a conference. I don't know. I'm speaking into existence.
What do you mean one day? It's going to happen.
Yes, it is going to happen. Sorry, y'all, my thing fell out. Yes, it is definitely going to happen. And so listen, if you need me to come speak anywhere, pour into, this is just who I am. So that's Love You More Legacy. And what you see here is what you get. I'm not that, hey guys. Right. No, we're going to have a good time. We're going to share and just be authentic. So that's how you can support, share about me, share about my organizations and just all the things that we're doing in the community, and just what I'm doing as far as making sure that through my journey and through my process that you all heal, because it's not about me. I want to focus on you and what you have to do. My cup is full and I refill that cup. Okay.
That's right.
So y'all can't take it from me.
No, her cup stay on full, y'all.
She stay on full.
She told y'all. So you know what? I mean, Crystal, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for for the coaching sector of your business, because like you said, it's gonna allow you to really delve deep for those people, those participants. So I'm so happy for you. That's amazing.
You. I appreciate you.
So look, you got to tell me this, okay? You got your first book out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have another one in the works?
Yes, I have to. The team. The team. They be like, okay, what's the next one?
Yeah, what we doing?
Oh. I'm like, okay, so I have an idea in mind, but it will coincide with this particular book. As far as y'all will see, and then I know it's gonna be what else. So I'll say this. I have some copies that came in. And my mom and my 12-year-old read the book.
Okay.
And my mom was like, when's the next one? I'm like, Mom, you know me.
I love that reaction. That means you gotta keep writing. I gotta
keep writing, yes. But I need y'all to get into this book, because again, it is good. And it's not just me, because I'm a realist, and I let my husband read it before it even went to print. Because I have I did get remarried, and you all, I think it's a little bit in there about that, but I did get remarried, and just knowing that there is another side of, divorce and all of that. And so there were a lot of things that he didn't like, he knew, but it's different when you read it.
Yeah.
He like,
it's a little bit more in your face like that.
Yeah. He's like, wow. But it was never, don't publish that. Don't say this. And even my mom, again, because I am telling our business, let's just be real. Okay. But she never once said, don't put it out there. And it's honestly to help heal and to open up those doors for people to start speaking. Yeah. And knowing that it is okay. You don't have to be silent, like at all. Like, imagine being a little girl and just being silent, but just going through life.
Yeah.
And you can't say anything.
I mean,
But not no more.
it's a scary space. It's scary. It seems like no matter what age it is, but especially when you're a child, because it's like your mind is supposed to be on Barbie dolls and and McDonald's chicken nuggets. Like you're not supposed to be thinking about all of that. So it's crazy. And you know what? Lynn, I missed a couple comments. Okay. She was saying about the question that you asked to some of your she said it's a hard question to answer. And then Miss Ball, shout out to her. She said, amazing. You are doing God's work for the ladies.
Listen, let me tell you about God real quick. We got a little more time. Listen.
Of course, girl. This is your
time. So when I decided to walk away from my full-time job in December, and I was supposed to be doing something else too, like at the beginning of the year. But when I say the relationship with God, when you actually, and I said it before, when you give him your full yes, listen, ladies, that full yes, you're like, okay, God, full yes, not let me hold on to a little bit. All right, let me see. The full yes. He's like, okay, let me take over. Now, when God takes over, he is going to snatch things away that you thought you needed, that you thought you wanted. And you're going to sit there like, God, did I make the right decision?
Right. You like, God, I thought you said you had me.
I'm like, sir, what is happening? And I'm bringing this up because at the beginning of the year, it was tough. It was tough for me to go through things that I was going through because, again, I gave God my full yes. Like, I'm full-time entrepreneur. Love you more Inc. Love you more legacy. All right, God, what we about to do? Because I know you want me to, to have more time to help more people. Having, for me, the 9 to 5. Yes, I built my nonprofit while I was still working. You after hours, let me do the work. Girl, but God said no. Okay. But God said, I need you to do more. You don't have time for that. I need you to focus on these women. The world needs to see what I'm doing through you so they can understand who I am. I'm like, all right, God. So, and y'all, this is how I talk to God, okay? I don't do the thee, thou, no.
Yeah. Hey, God is the homie as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, he is the homie. Hey. I'm like, hey, bro, what we doing? Even today, something as simple as me not wanting to do a walk this morning. I was tired, y'all. I was tired.
Yeah, I know.
And he's like, get up. Oh my God, I don't want to go. Literally.
Like, get up, Crystal.
Yeah. So I got up, right? And so I started, back on the health journey this week. And what he told me while I was doing my walk run, he was like, I just need you to be better than yesterday. And I'm okay. So I heard it again. And so my time, it was 51 seconds better than yesterday. And so the message was just be a little bit better than the day before. And that's what he wants from all of us. So doing this process of being an entrepreneur and just doing God's work, it is a lot of work, but he chooses the right people for it. You are strong enough for it. Yes, you may be discouraged, but keep going because somebody is watching. Somebody needs you. Somebody is waiting for you to do what you have to do. So now they can go ahead and do what they have to do. So your breakthrough is tied to somebody else's breakthrough.
That's right.
Let's do the work.
Girl, Crystal, look, okay. Oh my gosh, girl, I need you to know you have given me life today. I need you to know. I need you to know, like some of the things that you said, I'm just like, it's been confirmation for me.
Yeah.
Even on some things. And girl, look, we could talk forever.
I know.
Before I let you leave me though, let them know how they can follow you and just, one more time, how they can support.
Yes. So at Love You More Inc. That is on Instagram and Facebook. I am Crystal Brooks. That is on Instagram and Facebook. Okay. You all can, of course, go on loveyoumorinc.com for the nonprofit information and then LYM Legacy for the coaching. Okay. What else? The book, y'all go purchase this book. So the official release date is July 21st. So I definitely want to celebrate that. I was able to, when the pre-orders started, I did hit #1 new release bestseller on Amazon at that time. So I need y'all we're going to keep this going, y'all.
We can't just, I'm saying, we can't just swim past that. Like, I know. Oh, yeah, I was #1 on Amazon.
I was #1.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much. But the biggest piece, y'all, is just honestly, get the book. It's a short read, but it's a powerful read. That's right. And I know that it will change your life. And I appreciate all of you.
Absolutely. Well, look, we appreciate you too, Crystal. You continue to keep going on and doing great things and serving the community and building our young ladies up because they need us.
Absolutely. Who Jesus, they do. They
They
do.
need
It's I was this last little piece. It was a girl yesterday, and I'm like, oh, you're so beautiful. And she put her head down. And I'm like, dang, she probably never heard this before. Because it happens, right? Like you don't get that love. And here's a stranger telling you that you're beautiful.
and
Or
you
it could,
take
and
it.
you can't even take it. So I'm like, lift your head up. I push your
Right.
little head
Grab
up,
that
lift your
little
head
chin,
up.
like,
Yeah.
lift it up.
Yeah. Like keep your head up. And that's what these girls need. So this is what I'm here for. I know now why I went through what I went through, but it's to help others. So again, everything that I do, it is honestly for others to make sure that they understand their worth and
Right.
they have so much to offer the world. So whatever I can do, if I save one, I've done what I was supposed to do.
What you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Chris, I'll put this last comment before I let you go. Lynn said, best wishes on the work that you do.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Miss Boss said, black excellence.
Yes.
You are you are the epitome, girl. And just know I'm rooting for you. Look, and it ain't phony. And look, and my listeners will tell you, if whatever it is, if we got to share, if it's a drive, we giving out, tampons, whatever it is that we need to do for the ladies to make sure that they're good. You have my support, and I just wish you unlimited success.
Thank you so much,
girl. It's about to take off. This book is gonna be back #1 again. Now that it's gonna be official.
Okay, so yes,
we put that into the atmosphere. And Kiana said, "Hey sis."
Hey Kiana.
Look, because she came in a little bit later, but no, Crystal, thank you so much. And look, I want you to come back once you launch in September.
Oh, I sure will.
Okay.
I guess I am.
Okay, because we got some more to talk about.
We sure do. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Bye.
No problem. Bye. Y'all make sure that y'all follow Crystal Brooks, y'all. I told you. You were going to be in for a treat. She is just absolutely amazing. Y'all make sure that y'all go. Okay, July 21st. That's going to be the official release date. Okay, I want you all to go. Make sure that you're following her on all of her platforms. Definitely, Crystal is someone that you should know. And again, thank you so much, Tamika from Tamika Inc. for connecting me with Crystal. I love to connect with dynamic people that are doing positive things. I tell y'all this every time, and it's only a few people that take heed to it. So, y'all make sure that y'all get in tune with Crystal. I have to take a really, really quick break. And then when I come back, I have tonight's Hate It and Love It. We'll be right back.
Tax season is among us. Make sure that you get with the pros at Tax Strategy to help you limit your tax liability and help you get back the maximum refund that you and your family deserve. Visit www.yourtaxstrategy.info for more information on setting up an appointment and getting the ball rolling on your taxes this year. Let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Hey y'all, it's your girl MzMetchi checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop. All right, y'all, it's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
All right, tonight's Hate It and Love It. So, oh my goodness, y'all. First off, it's been a lot of stuff going on. Now, if you're just tuning in with me, I want you to go ahead and drop those businesses. Y'all know how we do. I ain't give y'all the prompt before. Y'all acting funny in the comments. Drop those businesses, okay? Even if you don't have a business, I want you to drop your family members, anybody that's doing it big. I want to hear from them. So y'all make sure y'all do that. Okay, I'll keep it. I'm going to keep it brief, because first off, I enjoyed my conversation with Crystal. She is like absolutely dope. Her energy is amazing. So I got to go ahead and say, I would kick it off like that's one of my faves. Y'all know we interview with everybody, but I really, really, really enjoyed that because there's just so much power, y'all, in talking about our experience. And like I said, I was enthralled, and I knew that I was like, I'm so ready for tonight's interview, because I love people that can be open and that keep it real. And they're going to tell you, they like, look, this is what I went through. This was my walk, and I'm doing what I have to do. So that's my number one. That's my love it. I'm going to say, of course, the other love it is, and I'm going to say it's I'm blue in the face, child. I don't care. Y'all, the Blueprint Live is syndicated now in 4 cities. Ah! Baby, 4 cities, okay? Like for real. Chicago, Philly, Jersey, Houston, okay? To be able to have this opportunity, to be able to have, people that believe in you and they see your vision and they support it, and we all can work together, and we're all collectively as Black media people, we are making a staple within this thing. Like, for me to have my platform that, and I want to share this with you guys. I gotta share this with y'all for real. Hold on, is this Chanel? Is this my girl Chanel? Yes. Y'all, my sis just had her birthday. This is my sis. And when I tell y'all, Chanel, she said it's giving boss bit. I love it, baby. When I tell you, my friend come through for me all the time. That's my friend. I love you, sis. Auntie Tracy said, congrats. No, thank y'all. Like, I'm gonna just let me walk you back to 2018. I had a hold on, my lash coming off. Y'all, these damn lashes be getting on my nerves. I need y'all to know. They get on my nerves. But anyway, I had a show that I was doing with 2 other ladies. And naturally things just kind of like, it just kind of disintegrated. I'm gonna take these off. Let's go ahead and just keep it a buck. Y'all like it? Y'all see my eyes? Because I'm done with them. I can't do it no more. I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. But needless to say, that show went away. And the premise of that show at the time was, we had different segments, we had different things, but we would bring on different people. And I loved being in that space. I loved being in, being able to like showcase other people. Like I was telling my Auntie Tracy yesterday, surprisingly, I was like, girl, I used to get in trouble in school for like talking too much. And now it's like, I'm talking and I'm able to like use my voice to help like promote other people. So it's really like, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a beautiful thing. But when I first started my show, I can be honest that I had a lot of naysayers. I had a lot of people that were just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, why do you want to do that? I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Just, a lot of people wondering like, what the heck what are you doing? And through all of that, and I really loved what Crystal said earlier, as far as like, I don't care what other people think. I can honestly say that was probably one of the biggest things that I had to like really take in, and that I had to understand. It's like, God gave you your calling. He gave you your destiny of what you were supposed to do. So it doesn't matter if no one else can see your vision. It doesn't matter if they don't understand the premise of why you're doing what it is that you're doing. When you're called to do something, you have to do it anyway, right? You have to do it anyway. And I can speak to y'all and be very transparent. For, my close friends and my family, my husband, the people that know me, there were so many times when it was just like I would go live and I produced my show, because I produce my show. I come up with the content. I do all of those different things. Like, I am working my butt off when it comes to the show. That I did all of these things, and I would have maybe 20 people listen to it, maybe 20 views or whatever the case is. And it was so discouraging. Oh my God. It was so discouraging that I wanted to quit so many times, y'all. So many times. I mean, even when, you all know that I lost my uncle last year, and it, that kind of sent me to a place. It sent me back to a very grieving space, because I mean, I've lost so many family members, unfortunately, and experienced so much grief from different other things. And even at the top of the year, I was just like, God, I mean, what do you want me to do here? But I still kept going. I was just like, girl, no, this is your vision. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do this. And I had my first opportunity to be syndicated in Chicago as well as in Philly. And y'all, it took me by surprise, because even when it happened, I was like, Lord, I know I've been working and I've been grinding for these 3 years, but it still don't feel real. It doesn't feel real to me, you know? So I would have to say that with the expansion of the show and the syndication into Houston and into Jersey and Philly and Chicago, or whatever the case is, I will speak on it every time I can. It has been a true blessing in my life, because it came at a time where I was just like, Lord, I don't know what you got for me, but I'm going to hang on for this ride. And I'm so thankful that I did. I'm so thankful that people can even believe in me and that they tune in, that they listen. I'm like, they care and they want to promote their businesses here. They want to come on and they want to really showcase what they're doing, because I tell y'all every week, it's not about me. It's about you. The Lord gave me this particular thing. He said, look, I want you to put this together and you gonna keep going, right? And when I follow his steps and I allow him to truly take the wheel, my God, the places that he has taken me, the place that he's taken the show, the fact that the show is in places that I have not even been able to go to. Y'all, I've been trying to get to Houston for the last 3 years. People encouraged me on going. Don't nobody want to go with me to dang on Houston. And my show got there before I did. You cannot tell me that that's not God. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to take it to church, but I'm sorry. You got to give praises when praises is due. And I give praises even through the bad times, because I'm like, Lord, you still kept me. And I thank you for not taking your hands off of me. I thank you for every time that I wanted to stop, you put something in my heart and something in my mind and in my spirit to tell me to keep going. And he ordered my steps, y'all. And it's like, I don't want to get emotional. Y'all know I'm not going to get emotional. However, it makes me emotional to think about the fact that it's like, you know, I love what Crystal and I were talking about. I've been through trauma too. I've had different things go on, and I'm just like, oh my, all you could do is call on God's name, right? It's like, how am I going to get through this? And he carried me every step of the way. And what he has done for me, what he's done for the Blueprint Media Company will only continue to help further the people that are affiliated and that want to come on the show, that want to promote or do what they have to do. Like, just as he believes in me, I believe in everybody that comes on here and whatever it is that they're doing. So I'm sorry for that little blurb, but that's what was on my heart and my spirit. That is genuinely my loving this week. So I'm so thankful, Lady Fluent, Mr. Fluent. I love y'all. Y'all are family to me. Y'all are like my family. Y'all truly believed in me. I went to them and I told them, I said, I've hit a ceiling and I can't do it by myself. Right? And God will align you. God will align you with people. And they just like, look, this is what we need from you. This is what you can do to take it to the next level. So I'm thankful to them. I love them so much for believing in me. They're a beautiful couple. Y'all make sure Fluent Radio, okay, y'all better come out to the car show. August 13th, okay? But you know, y'all show love to my family because they show love to everybody and they are truly the best of the best. So I had to share that with y'all. Let me get into these comments. Chanel said, you better know it. I'm forever supporting my sis. Congratulations. And I will forever support you. Like when I tell y'all, Chanel, that's my girl. That's my girl. Auntie Tracy said, that's just in your spirit. Yes, yes. She said, look at how God is. He ordered your steps. Did he? Did he not do it? But he two-stepped my steps. I'm like, yes, Lord. I appreciate it. Absolutely. So I had to share that with y'all. The hated it for me. I mean, honestly, this week, I can honestly say, I don't know if I have a hated it. Like, it's just giving good weeks. It's giving like full on love it. But I will say this. I mean, y'all know my hated it. One of the ones that's gonna always be consistent is y'all gotta stop driving in the fast lane when y'all going slow. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Where my lead foot drivers at? Skirt. Where y'all at? Y'all out here with me tonight? Get out the fast lane if you're not gonna go fast. Now, we're not talking about going aggressively fast. We're not going, 90 and up or doing nothing crazy like that, baby. But if you want to just go 55, go and cruise over in the far right lane. That's going to always be a hated it for me. Always. Y'all, people be on the phone with me, and it's almost like I got Tourette's or something, because I'll be talking to them normal. I'm like, God dog it. Like, and that's the edited version, because y'all know we don't cuss now. We syndicated, baby, so we not going to cuss. But I will cuss in my car because they make me very upset. Okay. Very upset. My auntie says she knew it. Yeah, I be on the phone with my auntie. I'm like, Auntie, I apologize for my foul language and my profane language. I apologize. Chanel says, speak on it. Get out the way. There go my lead foot right there, baby, because Chanel, she gonna drive. She gonna drive. And we get tired of being behind y'all and y'all don't have y'all stuff together. Get to the far right lane. The far right lane, the furthest, okay? If it's 4 lanes, you need to be in the 4th one all the way to the right. Get out of the way, okay? Ludacris said it best. If you don't know, look the song up, okay? Move. Get out the way. Chanel said, I concur, sis. I concur. So those are my hated and loved. I would love to hear what you are hating on, what you loving this week. Y'all let me know in the comments. Because right now, what we got to do, let me tell y'all what we got to do. We have to get into this, this hated and love it. Not hated and love it, excuse me. We have to get into the what would you do. Baby, when I tell y'all, somebody gonna be able to feel this one. Somebody gonna be able to feel this one. So I think let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
Y'all, look. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna take a little sip. Take a little sip. Okay. This is what would you do? I want y'all to listen in. It's going down, it's going up, it's going wherever. This one, like I said, I don't know. Somebody gonna be able to feel this. Somebody got this going on right now. Okay. Tonight's what would you do? So I've been with my husband for 10 years. He's maintained employment for 5 of those years, 4 of which was actually consistent. But over the past 4 to 5 years, he's been a professional job hopper to the point where I'm thinking of giving up on my marriage. He will have a temporary check come in or will work randomly for cash, but he does not hold a constant job. I've worked every day since the day that we met one another. I'm about to have my gallbladder removed and will be on short-term disability for some time, meaning I only get 80% of my regular check. I'm already drowning in bills. He told me once again he had me, but today he came home and said that they let him go. Mind you, in the past, he's told me that, and I've called his job, and he made up some petty, elaborate story as to why he was let go. He swears it's never his fault and that he's simply trying, but I'm just not seeing it. I'm starting to question myself. What would you do? He is an 80% perfect husband. His 20% lacks because he cannot help to provide and support our family financially. Ooh. Chanel said, laugh my butt off. Girl, ain't this girl, this is the one. 10 years. He only didn't work half of it and she go to work every day. It's giving, I don't want to work. It's giving, I'm going to be a bum. It's giving, you're going to take care of me. Right? Like, so what I will say is this, okay? When you are married, or if you're in a long-term relationship, you've been with someone for a long time, you may deal with someone or deal with your significant other that may lack motivation, right? And motivation, it could be over a number of things. It could be their physical health. It could be their financial health. It could be their mental health. It could be their spiritual health, whatever it is. You know, the person that you're with is not going to always be on or always be at 100%. You know how they talk about like that 60-40, 50-50, 80-20, whatever it is. You know, your significant other may not, that may not be it for them, you know? So I think, and y'all know we say it every week on With the What Would You Do's, that communication is going to be the key factors as far as with things. So when you are noticing, see, my whole thing is, you know, and I run my relationship a little bit differently, just like everybody else, right? But I'll tell you this. If my husband is getting to a point where I'm just like, okay, you slacking, we're not going to get to year 2, year 3, year 4. It's getting addressed in year 1. Because why don't you want to get up? Why haven't you kept a job, a job? We don't do bums. And I'm not talking about bums. We're not talking about bums like the traditional, like why people, oh, you're a bum or whatever. But it's a bum mindset, right? In terms of, oh yeah, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm just, you know, I mean, everything's gonna be cool. Everything is not gonna be cool. What? You got to get up and you got to do something. So if you're going to a job or you're doing something and things are mundane for you and you're just like, you know what, I need something new. I'm not feeling this no more. My heart is not in it. We want our significant others to be happy in what it is that they do. We want them to find pure joy and peace, knowing that they're doing what they have to do. But when you slacken as my significant other, I also have to call you out. And let's be 100% transparent. And Anthony, he ain't gonna get me because he, you know, whatever. Anthony know what it is. We tell the truth. Again, it's about being transparent. He and I have both experienced that end of the spectrum within the relationship. Now, it could be for career, it could be for different things. And I won't go into detail because that's my husband and some things are private. But I can say that as a couple, we have come to certain impasses as far as the different aspects of our life. So be it financial, be it emotional, be it physical, whatever it is, that we just were not motivated to do any more than what we needed to do just to get by, right? Like, I don't feel like doing it today. And it's just like, nope, you need to do it. And part of it is when you're in a relationship is being able to have those raw conversations and nipping things in a bud before it manifests into something else that's not needed at that time, right? So my whole thing is, if I'm gonna be with you, call me out. Call me out. Like, if I'm not on my stuff, I'm not doing right, call me out. Don't let me just sit in my sorrows. Don't let me just sit and not be at my fullest potential. If you love me and you rock with me and we live in our life together, because remember, even if you, I mean, even for those that are not married, but for those that are in, you know, long-standing relationships, if we in this together, hey, if you see something, say something, right? Let me get into these comments real quick. Lynn said 10 years in sickness and in health, but this job hopping will not work for me. He needs to grow up and provide for his wife and family. Bing, bong, that part. Because when I tell you, and my whole thing is, I'm like, yeah, 10 years. We got 10 years we've been dealing with each other. And it's like, this is what you're choosing to do at this time? No, that something has to give as far as that's concerned. So, you know, whatever it is, they're going to have to get down to the bottom of it, or it's going to not manifest in a good way within their relationship. Chanel said, it's an unfortunate situation, but sis might have to dip on out since we're at year 10. Lack of ambition is a killer of many things. Yeah, because I mean, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, like, for me, if it were me, I would not be like turned on or like super inclined to give my all or be physical or do these things with my spouse. It's like if they're not meeting me halfway. Like if I'm getting up and I'm going to work and I'm providing for our family and I'm taking care of the bills and I'm doing all of this other stuff, I need you, I don't need you to exceed me. We don't have, you don't, if it's not there, it's not there. I accept you for who you are, but you got to try. I got to see some motivation. Like for me, I tell y'all what, now I don't know if any of my people are listening and you date somebody that work at Ford. I tell Anthony when he come in, I'm like, baby, that uniform, baby, you smell hard. It smell hard. It smell hard. Ford got a smell, baby. It's Ford tough. I'll tell you that. But baby, I tell you what, because oh my goodness, it permeates. You could smell it through the vents in the house, baby. When he come in, you know that's a hard-working man that just came from work. Okay? Baby, go take a shower. What do you need? You want some breakfast? Oh, you want to have some mimosas this morning because you done worked your last overnight. My husband worked overnight, so I can smell his butt when he come in the door. I'm like, ooh, you Ford tough. You coming in. But it's nothing that I like to smell more. Baby, get up. Get your hustle on. It ain't nothing like a man, y'all. You know, you done went, you working hard. It ain't nothing like a woman. And she got the pretty pantyhose on and she can put her hair up and she got her scrubs on and she done just get off work. It ain't nothing like somebody that's out here that's hustling and they getting it and they are providers and they bringing the money in and y'all living the lavish life. That's what it's supposed to be about. Don't nothing. If you sitting at the same spot that you was sitting in when I left to go to work, I'm not trying to deal with you when I come home because it's just like, baby, what did you do all day? You ain't drive Uber. You ain't get no DoorDash. You don't want to go be a secret shopper. Like, I mean, help me understand. I agree with y'all. Like for me, I don't know if I would immediately just jump like, I'm going to divorce them or whatever. But I would have to put some measures in place and have to separate myself to let him know, like, look, baby, you got to rise to the occasion or you got to get on somewhere. We're going to do a lot of things, but we're not going to do that. Auntie Tracy said productive. Yeah. You should be productive. I mean, and my whole thing is, this is not just for the men. Men that, it's like, you can have a pretty face and you can have the biggest butt and you can have all of these different things, but it's like, where's your work ethic? Do you think that's the only thing that's supposed to get you by? You could be doing something, even if you're an influencer, whatever it is that you decide to do, you want to be a mail lady, whatever it is that you need to do. Don't no man want to come home to no woman that's not doing nothing either. So this is not just situations like this is just not for the man. They're not just trying to look at you and you not doing nothing. And we're not talking about stay-at-home moms, because you could be a stay-at-home mom and still not be doing nothing while you're staying at home. Don't think that it's not people that's talking about situations that they've been through where they just like, well, baby, what you do today? What you do today? And I mean, that's a touchy one. But at the end of the day, it goes both ways. It's not just like don't nobody want to be with somebody that's laid up that has a bum mentality. Nobody wants that. It's giving ridiculous. So for me, I would be taking some measures within the marriage, having some very difficult conversations, setting some expectations. Sometimes in any relationship, not just romantic, it could be platonic, it could be your work relationships, it could be your family relationships. You have to reset expectations as needed, right? You have to reset those expectations. So you can't, what was okay for you 10 years ago may not be good for you now, especially she's about to have her gallbladder removed. Anybody that's ever had a procedure like that, you're down for a little while. So you want to be able to count on the person that you're with, that they're going to be able to hold you down while you're down. Because baby, it ain't nothing like when you holding everybody else down and you can't look to your left or look to your right and find one person that's going to hold you down in the midst of your stuff. Nobody wants to go through that. Sis, what did Crystal say? You got to have some hard conversations. You got to have some hard conversations and, honestly, just be prepared for whatever could happen. So I love the fact that y'all chimed in on this. I told y'all somebody was going to be able to feel me on that. And it seems like that from my ladies that keyed in with me that they like, couldn't be me. And I'm like, guess what, sis? It couldn't be me either. It couldn't be me either. I just, not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. No bum behavior. No bum behavior, no bum mentality. You got to get up, you got to do something. And then this is the thing, having working a traditional 9 to 5, it's not for everybody. Find your niche. If you got to cut grass, you got to DoorDash, you got to shake some, whatever you need to do, get up and do something. Don't be complacent. So she needs to, if she said, what should I do? First off, you need to have a conversation and you need to reset those expectations. You need to let that man know how you're feeling. You need to let him know that you need more at this time, because this is the thing. Don't ever feel bad in your relationships for needing more. Don't ever feel bad for the fact that your expectations are changing, even if, especially when it's not hurting nobody. It's only hurting you, right? It's only making you feel some type of way. Because see, he like this. Yeah, I got to let go. And I mean, if she has to call his job, like for me, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be no detective. You got to, you got to get up and work, and you got to hustle like me, or you got to go. You got to go, because we can't help a job loss, but you ain't got to stay broke because you lost your job. This is 2022. There's too much stuff to do out here to make money for you to be sitting up and being broke. Too many jobs that's open for you to be jobless, unless you have certain unique situations where you may not be able to gain employment at that time. But you just sitting up just because, but you watching your wife go to work every day for 10 years and you don't feel no motivation from that. Shame on you. And I'll leave it at that. So I just hope, being together for a long time like that, you always pray that there can be some restoration as far as things like that, that are concerned. But I don't know. Wait, Chanel said, yep, lesson learned. Bum energy ain't it. Ooh, sis. Oh, wait, but they not ready for that conversation, though. They're not ready for it. They're not ready for it at all. Like, would blow their mind. Do you hear me? It will blow their mind. Like I said, for me, it couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. I can't come with the bum energy like that. You gotta do something a little bit more than what you're doing. So y'all keep in your prayers, child. It's a little bit too much as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I don't know. I can't lay up with nobody like that. Not consistently. You can't help if you do that, but 372. Oh, not. It's a whole bunch of jobs available. It's a whole lot of money in this Fiya. Y'all, it's too much money out here to not have your stuff together. So I don't know. Oh, Miss Boss says she missed the topic. Sis, I know. Hold on, I'm gonna put it back up here. You missed the topic real quick. Tonight's What Would You Do was centered around a couple that's been together for 10 years. Okay, 10 years. The guy basically, he's a job hopper. He don't want to work. He don't want to work. His wife is working the entire time. She feels some type of way. She's not liking the course of how things are going. And I mean, I don't know anyone that would. Who wants to deal with that? Who? Tell me who wants to deal with that. It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. Chanel said, ding, ding, ding. Too many options to hustle. It's too many. It's so many different things that you can do. And then this is the thing. If he's stuck, because let's be honest, men typically will go through things. They don't want to talk about it. They may feel certain things. They may have questions and won't even ask because they just like, you know what? I don't even feel like hearing her mouth. Okay. Do y'all know somebody that's like that? Y'all know that? Do y'all know it? Because that's pretty much how it is. And so we have to make sure that we're having those conversations and we're doing those check-ins, right? Like, what are some things that you want to do? What's on your heart? What's on your spirit? How can I help you? Because, if you got a good man, he gonna stick beside you. Like my husband asked me, I shared with you all earlier when I felt unmotivated about things. And my husband was just like, all right, babe, well, we talk to each other kind of like the homies. I mean, we've been together for 11 years. So he'd be like, babe, you tweaking. That's what my husband would say to me. He'd be like, babe, you tweaking. I don't know why why you doing that. But it's like, we have to have those check-ins. Like if I'm not myself or if I'm doing something that could cause some type of like, impact to my family, I owe it to, we got to have a conversation about it, right? Like there's absolutely no way that we can avoid not having a conversation about it. So y'all, please, like, it's too many things to do out here to be sitting up here being a bum. We're going to do a lot of things, but we're not going to do that. Okay. So y'all, that was a good, what would you do tonight? That was real good. Real good. Let me see. Oh, wait, hold on. Miss Boss said, I've been with my wife for 15 years and we got to understand and we split everything, all bills. You can't, I won't knock you when you down, but baby, it only take a week to get a job if you apply yourself. But it's time to send him back home to mama and daddy to retrain him on responsibilities and independence. Because I'm not your parents to take care of your ASS, period. Sis, if you don't, I need y'all to know sis just spoke a word. The word, okay? You just spoke a whole word. I gotta see you. She said send you back to your mama now. Oh, I'm scared of you. I am scared of you. She said, I'm gonna send you back to your mama. I'm gonna send you back to your daddy. Because they didn't train you right. Ooh, baby. Y'all wasn't playing tonight. Y'all was not playing tonight. I'm outdone. I'm outdone. I'm tickled pink. Hey, I heard that. I'm gonna send you back to your mama and your daddy. You can't come here. You can do a lot of things, but you can't come here. You can't come here, baby. Yeah, it's y'all, that one did it for me. I love me some Miss Boss. Miss Boss gonna keep it real at all times, and she do not care. She like, look, this is what it is, and this is what it ain't. Very good. What would you do tonight? I just want to thank y'all for y'all, feedback and everything, because I told y'all I was gonna be crazy. Y'all didn't believe me. Oh, wait, she came back. She said, yeah, baby, one thing I was taught, you help each other, but don't be no fool. It's more than 30 days. It's time to go. Call me when you get right. If I'm still available, 100, flame, roses. Girl, that was the comment. That's the comment of the night right there. Call me when you get your stuff together, because this woman is working and hustling hard. This has been her husband for 10 years. Baby, you got to step it up and get it together. Get you some money out here. We're going to take a really, really quick break. When I come back, I have, what's happening? What's up in the street, y'all? It's a little crazy this week. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. We'll be right back after this break.
Hey guys, this is Sandra from BossFluent Entertainment. We have some exciting news for you guys. Right now, we are looking for our next kidpreneur to be featured in our next issue of the mag, BossFluent Entertainment's publication. If you have a child that is 15 or under and has their own brand or company, and you would like them again to be featured in our next issue of the mag, contact us today. We do have availability for 2 participants at the moment at $50 per spread. Again, that is a discount, and offer is expiring at the end of July, so act fast. Please contact us today if you are interested at pr.fluentradio889@gmail.com. And remember, here at Fluent Radio and BossFluent Entertainment, we keep all things fluent.
And now, introducing one of the newest BossFluent creations, Lady. Lady is a women's fragrance that will leave men mesmerized and have you feeling beyond amazing. Its sweet and soft aroma will bring out your inner divine feminine and keep him wanting more, over and over again. Lady, a BossFluent product coming soon. Make sure you check out our fragrances and much more online at www.bossfluentent.com. Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Hey, y'all, welcome back. Okay, shout out to Fluent Radio. So look, a few things. If you all know a child that is an entrepreneur, Fluent Radio is featuring them. They've got y'all heard it. Y'all heard the promo. Make sure that you all, let's get these teenpreneurs. Let's get our children that are, our entrepreneurs. Let's get their face out there. And so I want to connect with them. Fluent Radio wants to connect with them. Y'all get these babies featured, okay? Especially the ones that's out here doing positive things and they not out here causing ruckus and all types of crazy stuff in the streets. And then their fragrance line is coming soon. So, okay, so yeah, shout out to Lady Fluent, shout out to Mr. Fluent. They got it going on. So y'all make sure that y'all check them out, okay? Y'all, okay, I gotta, it's a few stories that I want to talk to you all about. Okay, how many of you all heard about the surgeon that orally raped a woman that was having a C-section in Brazil? Did y'all hear about that story, or was it just me? Y'all, the staff of this particular hospital became suspicious of this doctor, okay? So they set up a hidden camera, okay? And what he would do was that he would violate them. And we can't even say allegedly anymore because it's on camera, right? So he would violate them behind the sheet. So for anyone that has given birth, that has had a C-section, that you have that barrier between the mom's upper body and then, of course, the lower body where they're actually, getting ready to take the baby out. So while this woman is sedated and she's essentially giving birth via a C-section, this surgeon goes, he thinks he's behind the curtain, but he doesn't know that there is a hidden camera that is directly in front of him. And he orally raped this woman while she was sedated and giving birth to her child. And the crazy part about that story was that she knew what was going on while she was sedated, but she thought that she was dreaming. She said that this woman thought that she was dreaming while this man did it to her. And there have been reportedly 6 other women that have come forward saying that they had the same experience with this doctor. Y'all, when I tell you that I read it and I was completely done with the situation. How could you? How about her husband was there and that particular doctor told him that he couldn't be with his wife during the operation. So while she was giving birth and her husband couldn't even hold her hand or whatever the case is, because this doctor had decided that was going to be his next victim for that day. Bold. Yes, Auntie Tracy said, oh no. Yes, Auntie Tracy. When I tell you, I could not believe that's what you gonna do? You're a whole doctor. There are literally people out here that will do it for free. They'll do it awake. They'll give you what you want. You don't have to take it from anybody. She was sedated while giving birth. What a heck of a memory to have attached to such a beautiful moment. And a scary moment at that, because C-sections are scary, y'all. Like, giving birth is literally a life or death type of situation, y'all. Like, it's not like, granted, I don't have children yet, but I understand the magnitude of that. Essentially, when you go to give birth, there are so many different things that could go on. So many different things. You could lose blood. All of these different factors that you have to deal with just having a baby. But now you have to protect your body from the very people that are supposed to help you. What? Ms. Boss said, OMG, no, revoke license, jail for rape. She needs to file a civil suit and clean his out. And she ain't the only victim, I bet. No, Ms. Boss. So that was the thing. After she reported, after basically they turned him in. So, they had the camera on there. And then when they discovered what he did, they actually called the authorities and did all of that. When the news went public in Brazil, there were 6 other women reportedly that came forward saying that they had the same experience with this same doctor. So she is not the only victim. He has gotten away with that from what we know, because who knows, there could be other women that maybe they didn't understand or know what was going on. So for one, shout out to the actual workers that actually cared enough to say, hey, you know what? Something's weird with this dude. This dude's kind of weird. Maybe we need to check into some things. So thank goodness that they were right and that they took action and did what needed to be done. Auntie Tracy said, the hand that rocked the cradle, OMG. She said, remember that movie? Yes, I do remember that movie. I mean, it was a little bit too much. So we had another lady. So for my people that live in states that have the high occupancy vehicle lanes, okay? So like I know I've been to Atlanta. Atlanta has them where it's like, you're like, ooh, I'm doing carpool and I'm doing this. I'm going to get in the HOV lane. So there was a pregnant woman that got into this lane, okay? She got into this lane and they gave her a ticket because they're like, you're the only one that's in the car. What are you doing, lady? You get a ticket. She's currently fighting them, you guys. She's fighting them because with her being pregnant, she said that it's a violation because her fetus counts as a person. So she shouldn't have gotten the ticket. So she's fighting that currently. And I'm just like, you know what, sis? You about right. You weren't driving alone, you know, like you technically had somebody else in the car, right? Like you literally had somebody else in the car. They were inside of you, but you had another person in the car with you. So, I mean, if you guys are using, I guess do they call them the Hove lane? Can y'all tell me? We don't have those out here in Chicago. I wish we did, because I put me some stuffed animals back there, baby. We finna roll. We gotta go. So yeah, I mean, my whole thing is like they got so much to say about what goes on with our bodies and all of these different things. So it's like, y'all gave her a ticket, but she's pregnant. Technically, she is in the correct lane. She had what she needed at that time to beat the ticket. So it's like, I'm going to need you guys to go ahead and throw that ticket out, okay? Because, you know, if they're saying, like, when we think about, okay, we got Roe versus Wade and all of these different things that's gone on, you know, a baby is a person. So it's like, if this is what we're going with, this is the societal norm, this is what we know, she technically shouldn't have got the ticket. So I thought that was pretty unique. Chanel said everything you're saying is on point, girl. I'm telling you. Shout out to Miss Boss. She dropped LNS Creations. Y'all make sure y'all go and shop with her. Now she got that work over there. She got a little bit of everything. Y'all check my good sis out. Yes, Miss Boss, baby, she did. She got a ticket for driving in the high occupancy vehicle lanes, and she's fighting the ticket because she was pregnant. So yeah, y'all wish her luck on that. Wish her luck. Oh, and Chanel says she's seen the hand that rocked the cradle too. So, okay. So there were 3 teens from Tennessee that were arrested last Saturday for setting off fireworks inside of a movie theater and then trying to evade arrest in a stolen car. This happened out in Nashville, Tennessee, okay? So I want y'all, look, clearly, they like to act up in schools, movie theaters, the mall. It's like, Jesus, like where can we go that these people aren't going to act crazy? Why are you setting off fireworks at the movie theater? What? It's giving, we don't have no sense. Okay. Yeah, when the officers arrived, they saw the 3 teenagers exit the movie theater and walk towards a blue Ford Mustang, which had been reported stolen on the 4th of July from an apartment complex. The owner of the Mustang reportedly left the car's spare key in the back seat. So not only are you going, so you done did one crime. Okay, let's talk about it. You did a crime on the 4th of July. You stole somebody's entire Mustang vehicle. You then probably took that vehicle and went and bought some fireworks, which I'm sure are illegal down there. This is Nashville we talking about. No shade to Nashville, but it's like, baby, you down south. And then you go and set off those said probably illegal fireworks that you drove to the movie theater in a car that was not yours. Mm-hmm. And you set the fireworks off in the movie theater? I got to know what drugs they were smoking, because it was something. It was something. It was something. Okay. Moving on. So I know y'all remember, y'all know we've talked about the R. Kelly stuff, right? I gotta get real low with it. We talked about the R. Kelly stuff. So y'all remember Joycelyn? Did I say it right? Tell me if I said it right or wrong. Joycelyn Savage. Okay, if y'all remember, she was one of the two girls that had went on with Gayle King. When they did the big infamous, like, y'all trying to kill me, like that speech that he did. Turns out, y'all, from court documents, they're engaged. Now, I don't know if y'all remember the spectacle that happened around that time. The other girl, Azriel Carey, and all the other girl, the other girl that was with her. Her family came and got her. They like, baby, we finna take you out. You can have a good life. You can do all this other stuff. She kind of went a little bit crazy too. But the girl Jocelyn she's engaged to R. Kelly. Now, you all know we reported last week. He's going to be serving a pretty big sentence, right? He's not going to be out for quite some time. And she's engaged to him. I'm like, baby, he going to be like 90-something years old. Okay. Moving on. Why was Omarion's brother doing jumping jacks naked? Why? Why was Omarion's brother Orion doing jumping jacks naked? Naked. I don't even like to do jumping jacks with clothes on. How dare you, Orion? After you all violated a watermelon on stage just a few Thursdays ago. What is wrong with you? And what is wrong with the perverted person that sent that video to me that thought that I would like it? I was like, you guys know I like BONs. I don't like all of that. I literally shout out to my friend Chase. Chase and I were the one that was talking about it, and she like, girl, I'm like, girl, what? Like, after they just violated a watermelon? What? Oh, I was so tickled, pink. I was so tickled, y'all. I could not. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. Speaking of other trash situations, BONs, I like BON is big O NIGGA. Yeah. I like thick guys. Well, let me not say thick guys. I like my husband. Y'all know he's big and tall, honey. I like my big and talls. I like my big and talls. Okay, so other trash situations. Why is Khloe Kardashian about to have another baby with Tristan Thompson via a surrogate? Now, nothing is wrong with getting a surrogate. Nothing is wrong with having another baby. But why are we having babies for guys that have had outside babies 2 to 3 times? Let me take a sip. It's giving, I don't understand. Khloe Kardashian, if you need help, blink twice. We can help you. It's so many different people out here that you can get a new baby daddy, girl. You can get a new baby daddy. You can even share the baby daddy with somebody else that'll probably still treat you better than what Tristan Thompson been doing, baby, because Tristan's for the streets. And if I ever meet him in my life, I'll be like, baby, why you out here like that? Why you do our girl like that? Why you do our favorite Kardashian like that? I'm joking. I respect the family's hustle, but I'm not like, oh, I'm a fan. I'm like, no, we gotta start giving the kids to the people that it's not deserving. He just had another baby. I'm like, so you agreed to financially take care of the child? All right. My cousin said Kardashian crazy. I don't know if she's the one that's insane, cuz, or if it's him. But both of them got some issues as far as I'm concerned. She said, LOL, blink twice. Yes, Auntie Tracy, if Khloe Kardashian is in trouble, she needs to blink twice. 2 times. That's all I got for y'all tonight. I it's been a little bit too much going on out here in the streets. It has. It's been a little bit too much going on. But no, that, of course, great topic. So let's go ahead. Y'all know what time it is.
Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Tonight's topic. Are you a criminal if you don't turn a criminal in? Okay. And y'all probably like, girl, what in the world? Where did you get this from? Let's talk about it. So, of course, I was riding to work, and I had a different topic actually that I wanted to like talk about. Well, I'm pushing that to next week. But I had a different topic, but I of course was riding around, and I'm just like, what? So it popped up on the radio because I love to listen to the radio and all that other stuff. And so shout out to Didi in the morning and stuff, for Didi and them in the morning for inspiring tonight's topic. But needless to say, this was the topic. And I was just like, I want to talk to my people about this. So they were talking about things so much as extreme, from like petty theft, different things of that sort, to like, of course, more serious things, right? Like stuff that, like what we talked about earlier during my interview with Crystal, like really, really horrible crimes where it's just like, do you say something or do you not? Like, what do you do in those situations? Now, we know a lot of the times within like the Black community, because I can only speak from being Black. So for those that are listening that are not Black, I'm speaking from a Black experience because I'm a Black woman. We not exclude nobody, whatever. Okay, we don't. But I can only speak from what I know. You always hear like, don't be a tattletale, don't be a snitch, don't be those things. So naturally, it's like, okay, if it's a lot of situations, if you see something, you may not say something, right? It's just like, nah, that's not my business. I'm not going to say anything. But it's like, those are probably the times that you should. So I want to know from you all, like, in your opinion, okay, so if somebody has come to you and they like, I did this, I did that, are you technically a criminal too if you don't say anything? I have my answer, but I'm very, very curious to know what you all think. Because, okay, I'll give my response. I feel like, okay, so no, you're not. I don't think that you're a criminal. You may be an accessory, but I don't feel like that you would be a criminal. If you happen to know something, or you find out something, or someone makes a confession to you, because you haven't actually done the act, right? It's like, how can I be a criminal if I haven't personally done the act? But I will say that there are certain things in certain situations that if you choose to remain silent about it, not so much as that you are a criminal, but just more so like, what type of individual are you, right? So if we know that there's a child being abused, or a grown person, a grown man, a grown woman, or different things of that sort, if you see somebody somebody kind of like around and they like, I'm about to steal from this person, you can possibly prevent it. You can do something where you could prevent it without hurting yourself, hurting the person that is going to affect, hurting others, and you choose not to do that. I can't say that you would necessarily be a criminal, but something ain't right. Something is not right. So my auntie, this is what she was talking about. She said, like I said earlier, you are if you work for a bank. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but no, we talking about like just life stuff. Just like in the life, For one, I used to work in banking, baby. They don't play about none of that stuff. They don't play that. They don't play none of that at all. The banks will not play with you. They won't play with you. They won't play with your mama. They won't play with your daddy, your sisters, brothers, cousins, nieces, and nephews. They will not do that. Okay. The bank does not play. But just in normal stuff, like if somebody come and tell you, like, I did, you know, does that make you a criminal too? I don't think it make you a criminal. I don't. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That don't have nothing to do with you. But I mean, it's just like, I tell people, hey, if you doing some foul stuff or whatever the case is, don't come and tell me. I'm a mandated reporter. I'm just joking. No, but I tell you what, I used to work with children. Yeah, I mean, originally when I was going to school to be a teacher. I got to my senior year and I was like, what the heck did I do? What did I sign up for? But in that time, I was working 2 jobs at the time. I was working at Speedway, and then I worked at my cousin's school in the Chicagoland area. And no, and you know, in situations like that, I am a mandated reporter. If your child is coming up in here and looking beat up, bruised down, and all that other stuff, I'm a mandated reporter. I'm going to say something. Because what's wrong with you that you feel like that this is okay, right? But I think that those lines kind of get a little bit blurred when we're talking about adults, right? Like, are you at a place where you're gonna check another adult or go and turn them into the police or to a family member or whomever? You know what I'm saying? Or that's just like if you are faithful within your relationship and your friend cheat, it's just like, you know, it technically is not a criminal act. It's just like, okay, it's wrong. You know, it's wrong. And it's probably something that you're uncomfortable with knowing. Don't tell me. Lynn said in healthcare with regards to abuse. Absolutely. Yeah. In healthcare, and I would say in certain like industries, if you don't say anything, absolutely. Like it is criminal. Auntie Tracy said, well, nowadays snitches been catching bullets. Yeah, it's not just stitches no more, Auntie Tracy. I do agree with you on that. They're not just catching that, they're catching whole weaponized things against them. Lynn said you are mandated to report. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's like I feel like it's certain things. It's like, okay, you know, if you know, and it's just going to be a messed up situation. It's like you got to take it on a situational type of basis. But it's like if you know a criminal or know something that they did, you know, that doesn't necessarily make you a criminal. But it's like, what are you going to do with it? What's your call to action? Right? You know, it just seems, I don't like when people put me in situations like that. So I'll just be like, just don't even tell me. I don't want to know. Whatever you got going on, I don't care. If it's not for the greater good. And then this is the thing, you got to watch the company that you keep too. Because baby, it'll be somebody you like, you know, you'd be like, oh, so you had a whole gun in my car? Like you had this or you had that. And they'll just be doing things because it's like, that's how they mind is wired. And they're not even thinking about you or considering you or your circumstances. So you have to watch the company that you keep as well. Auntie Tracy said, real talk, real talk. You got to watch the company that you keep. My whole thing is, I'm not trying to be around no criminals. I have too much to lose. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, like, you know, I could say that more so this question would have applied maybe early on in my life, college, things of that sort. Where I'm just like this. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? And the crazy part, like I shared with you all earlier, when I was in college, whatever crime was committed, it was reported in the newspaper, right? So it's like, you know, by the time by the time that stuff hit the press, you could do something on the weekends. You're going to be printed in, you know, the Daily Egyptian on that Monday. Shout out to all my Saluki. Shout out to SIU. Okay. In Carbondale. Let me be very, very specific. SIU in Carbondale. Not Edwardsville. But no shade to them. No shout out to all the SIU, but specifically Carbondale. Let me just clarify that. But yeah, if you did a crime, it would be in the Daily Egyptian that following week. All your business is out there, right? Like, you know, and they owed that to us. Because, I mean, it was people you was walking around with and be like, girl, you got picked up for shoplifting? Like, I wasn't prepared. What is you doing, little baby? Why you stealing? What you need? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can we help you? Can I help you? Okay. So no, in my opinion, You're not a criminal if you don't turn them in. But we are looking at you sideways if you putting up with some things, or you're allowing certain things or certain people around you and you know they dirty. And I would never be friends with a thief. If you come and tell me you stealing, baby, that it's done with as far as I'm concerned. Please and thanks. Please and thanks. That's all I got to say about that. Y'all know it's that time. We gotta wrap this thing on up, right? Gotta wrap it up the right way though.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Tonight's quote. Somebody gonna feel me on this. So let me go ahead and read it to you all. Hope. If you only carry one thing throughout your entire life, let it be hope. Let it be hope that better things are always ahead. Let it be hope that you can get through even the toughest of times. Let it be hope that you are stronger than any challenge that comes your way. Let it be hope that you are exactly where you're meant to be right now, and that you're on the path to where you're meant to be. Because during these times, hope will be the very thing that carries you through. And that was from Nikki Bannis. And I love that quote. She's really, really dope as far as on Pinterest. So y'all make sure y'all go and follow her. Keep hope. Keep hope with you. I love that. And I definitely felt like that it was a good word to share with you all. Hold on. Lynn came in with a last minute comment. She said in Northwest Indiana, they report the crime and post your picture. Hey, no, Indiana, I wouldn't want to play with them. I wouldn't want to play with them because I'm not playing with Indiana. That ain't right. They say they're going to post your picture. Okay. Auntie Tracy said, yes, Lord. Yes. You know, and all things that you do, y'all, keep hope. Man, tonight was just such an incredible show. Shout out to my very special guest, Miss Crystal Brooks. Okay, you all make sure that y'all are following her. She's been, you know, what she's doing, the work that she's doing within the community. She is a beautiful soul, beautiful person, and you know, she is definitely somebody that you all want to have on your radar. Shout out to Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indy 101.5, okay, and Mixed Talk Media. You know, the show, y'all, I told y'all is going places, and y'all make sure y'all go and follow them. Please support them. Support my amazing sponsors: Tax Strategy, Fiya Infusions, Paris Ice Bar, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, and of course the one and only Black Dollar Days. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following me, your girl MzMetchi, on all platforms. That's MzMetchi, MzMetchi, you know, and make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company. So you can type in at the BP Media Co. on all platforms and it'll pop right up. I want to thank you all so much. Next week, I have an amazing show. So y'all, my mentor, okay? This is going to be a very special show to me. My mentor, Darren Brown, is joining me. And we have some things. Oh my goodness, you all, when you all hear his story and what this man has done, okay, you all are going to be just as enthralled within his experience as I've been. It's been a blessing to watch him and all of the things that he's been doing and the growth that he's had in his business and how he pours into other people. So I'm really excited to have him as a guest. Now, let me give y'all a little pre-warning. I'm taking off in 2 weeks in August, y'all. So we got to get it in these next several weeks, okay? Because I'm taking, y'all know what I like to do. Y'all know MzMetchi like to have a little vacation. She needs some time off, okay? Because I've been going and going and going and going. She is not a Duracell battery. She does need her rest, okay? So we're going to rock out these next few weeks with some amazing guests. You know, of course, some bomb music and some amazing conversation as we always do. So let me get into these comments real quick before I let y'all go. Okay, before I let you go. Lynn said, good show and guest. Everyone stay safe and keep hope in your soul. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cuz I thank you. I thank you so much for your support. Like, it means everything to me. Everything. I have Kakpo Chantali here. And I'm sorry, I don't understand what that says. So you and I, we can connect off of line. I love y'all. Have a beautiful rest of your week, and make it the best that you can. And we gonna keep hope alive. I love y'all. Bye.